Your usefulness to our cause is the only logical course of action. You are a burden to the Alpha Quadrant. You have lived up your usefulness. Your life, as of this very moment, is over.
Peace, everybody. What's going on? It's your man DVS Ahmad coming to you. It's DVS Tuesdays, and I apologize for being late, but life happens. So if you notice, what's up, Corey? What's up, Musa? I decided not to. What's up, Art? I decided not to do hour-long videos. I'm going to try and keep it as short and sweet as I possibly can. I want to talk about integrity. Some of you might have seen the post that I put up earlier. I asked a question. If a DJ that you were working with in any capacity, I put as a host because that's what I do, hired you for an event, the event for whatever reason had to relocate. So, they were like, when I find a place, we good. They found a place, you're like, okay, what happened? And you don't get an invite, but the party starts back up again. It's like, okay, well, that's what's up. The party started again. And then they had to move again. And I spoke to the people that I was working with, and they're like, yeah, I want you to work with us. So when we find a place, it's good. So then I get a flyer in my, an invite to the party. Yeah, walaikum salam, Art, it does matter. I get an invite to a party that I used to work for. And I'm like, so, and one of my friends, and I love you, Omisanya, used the perfect word: integrity. Because when you don't deal with people in an integral way, stuff like this happens. Now, a phone call would have sufficed, even if you don't want to work with me. I'm the type of person, what's up, Kate? I'm the type of person, if you don't want to work with me, it's all well, fine, and good. Like, you might decide that you want to take your party in a different direction. You might decide you want a different energy, because I know what my energy is. What's up, Gloria? I know what my energy is. My energy isn't other people's energy. All of the hosts, the few in this area, do a really good job. Applause to Eddie Nicholas. Applause to Raz Anthony. All you guys, all of us. Because you have no idea. What's up, Monica? How you doing, baby? Hey, Shorty, what's up, babe? People have no idea what it takes to host a party. You guys think, paying us $50 for 4 or 5 hours is a cool thing. Y'all think we should be satisfied with that. Think about if that was your job. Would you take, for 4 hours, would you take $50? That's less than $15 an hour. You wouldn't do it. So the fact that, getting back to the original story, because it's a few. Hola, mi cosa bella, bendición. So honestly, that's why I put up the post earlier about the situation, because I honestly didn't know how to feel. And I'm at a point now where I'm not going to just jump into my feelings over something real quick, which is because I honestly got real numb. I'm sitting there like, me and the person who throws the party, I thought we had a decent communicative relationship in the very least. You could shoot me an inbox. I'm not one of those people where you got to call me on the phone. Like, I was a child born in, a generation where technology changed. So you have to be a person who deals in both worlds if you expect to progress. You cannot. Hey, Pretoria. What's up, Sharonda? Hey, baby. Princess, how you doing? You have to be Salak. Please help me pronounce your name correctly. I'm going to go to your page and hit the pronunciation button. But you have to be a person who can communicate. Like, I thought that, what's up, Shavar? I thought that this was a situation, because I've known this person for years. So I'm sitting there like, well, when they told me, like, yeah, I still want you to work with the party and stuff, because the last time it happened, and this is why I said, if you looked in the comments, why I said it's my fault, because this isn't the first time it happened. You know what I'm saying? Actually, the very first time me and this person, they asked me to do an event with them. The very first time. So as I'm in preparing for the event, a week before, I called the person, just the details, if anything changed, let me know. Gloria, where are you? I am in New Jersey. You can inbox me any ideas. Abdul Alim Mubarak Rowe. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I am adoring all of your life. So I hope I see you. Katrina, what's up? So again, I'm the type of person, you can inbox me. It doesn't matter. You can message me. There are several different platforms that you can come at me. And, just my thing is get me the information. So when this first time this person hired me, I called a week in advance. The person said, oh, we decided to go with someone else because, your price was da-da-da-da-da. I know what my price is. I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to put this price situation in the corner with this first party so that I will remember it. I'm going to stick it right over here over my head so I remember what I was talking about. I was talking about the first party and the price. When I called and said, a week in advance, they said they decided to go with someone else. You could have called me. You could have called me and said, you know what? I can't meet your price. I would have worked with you on a price. There have been other people who have said, your price is, I can't meet your price. I'll work depending on your event, but I'm going to amend what I'm doing because I need to tell you guys, one of my friends, her niece is such a beautiful spirit. Tia Marie, Anitra's niece, I'm going to say it. Anitra's niece is so beautiful in her spirit. She's young. She's like in her early to mid 20s, and she's at places in her thinking that I'm just getting to in my 40s. And she called me the other day. Now, me and her, we don't even have conversations all the time, but we do have each other's number because I hosted one of her birthday parties. So we've had each other's number. And I've always, any young people in my life, I tell them, it's all about, you can always call me. One of my friends from high school, her daughter is my goddaughter. I haven't seen them in years, but they moved down to Washington, D.C. She called me a couple of weeks ago, like out of the blue. I was like blown away. But I always keep that door open for kids, for young people, because they have questions. They need guidance. They want to know. And I'll get to something with that too in a minute. But so this young woman called me and she's getting into hosting. And she said to me, people don't realize how hard hosting is. And I'm like, you goddamn right. You all, for all of you promoters and all of you DJs and all of you venue managers and owners and everything like that, you have no clue what it takes to host a party. If you are already working in another capacity, you really have no idea what it takes to meet and greet people, particularly people who are nasty sometimes, particularly people who haven't come to have a good time. They've come there with a whole other agenda. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So trying to deal with all of that energy in these little tiny spaces that we are in now because House is homeless. So dealing with that energy, having to deal with the bartenders, having to deal with the woman at the door, having to deal with the people who are coming to me to tell me to go to the DJ to tell them to play their favorite song, having to deal with the cleaning up staff when something gets spilled. People come to me like I'm supposed to go get a mop. Fuck you. If it's not my party, that's not really what I'm doing. Now, humble beginners, I'll always go get a mop. That's family. Any other party, that is not what you're paying me for. So when you all like to hire us and pay us these pennies, because they're pennies, they barely put gas in the car that I had last. You please remember that this is a job that most of you have put on somebody else. You have called somebody else to do this job because you don't want it. You already know. So please remember that in your budgets, when you're paying a DJ hundreds of dollars, and I get it, they are working hard, but so are we. A lot of you hire us because not just that we are that we are eloquent on the microphone. You hire us because we are entertaining, because we have good energy, because we are going to lighten up the crowd. You hire us to also be hype men sometimes. And I'm not a hype man. That is really not my thing. I am as eloquent as I can possibly be for a black man who is my age. I am educated and I have studied in the field that this belongs to. So I've gone to school for theater. I've worked in theater. So I know how to get on the stage and command an audience with a microphone. That is not something that I take lightly. It's something that I learned how to do. It is an art and it is a discipline. So when you hire me, you get all of that. So when you pay me $50 for 4 hours, it's kind of an insult. If you're my friends, I'll take it as a gratuity. But please know that when I give you my price, it is based on my education and my experience. And it is based on the fact that I'm going to put up with a lot of things that you don't have to put up with. So know that. So getting back to this particular promoter or DJ, whatever. Yes, baby, arts high for life, down. Ms. Brazel was no joke. She made sure we came out disciplined. I have a discipline in theater. So, getting back to this person who, if somebody were to ask a DJ to remix a track and pay them $200, or ask a artist to come and sing, even though your song is only 3 to 4 minutes, but you're going to get paid a couple $100. Even if you sing 2 to 3 songs, they're going to pay you all of this. But we are there for the entire event oftentimes and get paid so much less. It is not that we are talented. That is a talent. That's why people hire us to do this. Now, I'm not saying every party needs a MC. There are plenty of DJs who don't like to have an MC. They don't like people talking over them while they're playing. I get it. But when you hire me, allow me to do my job. I know what I'm doing. Getting back to this DJ for the third time. So, considering this, me and this man have, a relationship outside of club, outside of, dancing and going to the club and all the rest of that. So, based on that, I said, let me go ahead and, give another opportunity. When this man got a party, listen, you want me to be down? I'm down. And it was great for a minute. Party had to move. I got you. When he said, this is what he said to me, I got you when we find another place. They found another place. And let me interject this because it's only fair. The venue that they had next, I had an issue with the venue, with something that happened at the venue. So we spoke about that time. But again, you could have called me in advance. You had this whole party set up and never called me and said, I'm going to do the party. I don't think it would be a good idea because I already know how you feel about walking into the place. You went and did the party, and then I got an invite. And then you want to call me. Then you want to call my phone. Okay, we talked about it. You my dude, I'm going to show up for you because I believe in your party. I believe in your talent. I believe it can grow. I believe you have enough elements there to make this a successful situation. So I'm going to rock out with you. When you get another place, you let me know. Again, I get an invite in my inbox. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah, Janine, Hadia. I get another invite in my inbox. This party is happening again. There's another host. Now, there were 2 hosts before, but now there's 1. So I'm like, now the venue where this party is going to take place, I don't think I have had a situation with this particular venue. So I'm trying to figure out what this person could possibly say to me now. What is it now? What kept you from calling me? What kept you from inboxing? Not that you owe me an explanation, but when you put your integrity on the line and tell me that you're going to call me about something, please just do that. You don't need to call me and pacify me with a situation that you think I want to hear. That's not what you need to do. All I need you to do is be honest about what the fuck the situation is. That's really it. That's it. I just need you to say, look, I don't have the money to pay you. I just need you to say, I don't want to MC anymore. I just need you to say, I'm not enough of a man to stand up to my friends and tell them that I want this MC, but they telling me that I don't need one. So whatever the situation is, because I really don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there. So whatever that situation is, You weren't man enough. You didn't have enough integrity, which is why I'm calling it this. You didn't have enough integrity to call me and or inbox me or shoot me a text or WhatsApp or Instagram or Facebook or anything. And I'm as you can tell, it's boring. I'm really sick of grown people who don't know how to communicate. And if you are somebody on the fringe of my life and I don't reach out to you, it is probably for that reason. Hey, Yoli. Hey, Nisi Poo. It is probably for that reason. I don't do well with that. There's no reason why I should have to guess what's going on. There's no reason why something should go on and you telling me that I'm a part of it and I don't know that I'm no longer a part of it. We have to move with a little bit more integrity in this situation called life. We need to move with a little bit more integrity. Listen to what the fuck you're saying and then do that. How about that? Just a little bit of that. Listen to what, because there's a lot of people, and I get it. And I want to send a shout out to Hadia, because there was a situation one time on Facebook where somebody had posted something and it was like real spiritual. And I jumped on there. I'm like, yeah, you don't live your life like that. And she was like, well, maybe they're trying to. I forget who it was or whatever the post was or whatever. But I get that. But if you're going to post that, try and live that. Don't post it for the gram. Post it because that's where you are trying to be. Don't nobody want to hear that bullshit and you are doing the complete opposite. I'm really not beat. It's like even in your other personal life, like there's a situation with this woman. Like I'm the type of person I don't have children, so I know all my friends most of my friends anyway have children, and I've been in their children's lives. Most of them call me Uncle Antoine or Uncle D or whatever, and I love it. I love them. It's wonderful. I live with they my kids. And this one woman, I've been in her kid's life forever. And she said to me during conversation, she mentioned, now I've heard this woman complain about the way that she was raised. She mentioned her mother wasn't the talkative, sit you down and talk about this, that, and the third. Like there was a whole bunch her mother didn't say about relationships and men. And this is why her life is the way it is. And her mother wasn't very, I love you, and, didn't hug and grab you and kiss you all the time and this, that, and the third. Okay, I know who the mother is, so I'm aware what the situation was. So when it came to her kids, one day in another complete other conversation, she goes, yeah, as long as my kids understand that I'm not the kissy, huggy type, I'm not that lovey-dovey, What? Wait, what? I'm sorry. In a whole other conversation, you were talking about how your mother didn't do those things for you and how much of a problem it was. And then all of a sudden, you want your kids to accept this. Where's your integrity? There's not something that you can present to somebody else that is a problem for you. For you. You can't present it as a problem to somebody else and want them to accept it if it's not something that you're willing to accept. Integrity, simply, if I'm going to do it to you, I need to be able to accept it being done to me. And if I don't want it done to me, it's not something that I should be doing to you. That's how we should be moving, period. I'm not going to drone on about this. I know people were wondering, this is the last thing. And this is just a curiosity. And if you want to answer in the comments, I'm sitting here, I can read them. But I asked in the same post, I asked this question. Because there were a lot of people who said, oh, that's disrespectful. You should do this. Okay. So if the person that it happened to is a friend of yours, how do you respond? Do you continue to go to the party? If this was a party that you guys went to together, how do you then react? How do you then show integrity in this situation? Or is it a situation that you don't think that you should jump into? It has nothing to do with you. See, what I've learned, because I did that, and you all probably saw the fucking video of that too. I did that one time, and I really don't know. And honestly, when I say this, I'm dead serious. I'm still trying to figure it out. There's no right answer. You have to take the situation as it comes. But ask yourself the question. It's worth examining. That's my new phrase. It is worth examining. I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong. I'm just going to tell you that it's worth examining. I may not tell you you're right. I'm going to tell you it's worth examining. It's worth examining. Because I asked that question and some people were like, yeah, I'm not going. But very few people, and I know this about, social media. If I put that in the comments, everybody who has comment or liked gets a notification that I put that comment there. So unless you just didn't check, and I tagged many of the people who commented on that, so they'll see this video. So if you saw that comment and you liked it or whatever, and you commented on it or whatever, and you got that notification and I tagged you in this video, I would really like to hear your response. With that, I'm gonna get out of here because yeah, that's all I really wanted to say today. Be wary. Like, just the situation. I'm just to fill in, just real simple. There was a situation where mutual friends, a situation where there was a woman who was a mutual friend and she fell out with some other friends of mine, and I continued to speak to her because she hadn't done anything directly to me. Lo and behold. It wasn't a few weeks or months. It was longer than that. It was maybe a year or so later, because she kind of went into hiding, and then she came back out, and kind of when she came back out of hiding, that's when, I would see her out and I was like, hey, what you doing? Give her a hug, because your beef wasn't with me. And I kind of still had that stance, but I like I said before, I really don't know. And I'm really just asking, what would be your stance? If something happened with your friend, how do you respond? Because let me say this too, I've judged people on that. I really, really have. I have judged people on that. And I shouldn't, because now I have been on both sides of this situation and I still don't have a right answer. I'm just wondering. So it's going to be interesting to find out what my friends do in this situation. And please know, whatever your decision is, you are a grown ass man, woman, whatever you define yourself as. I'm not going to be mad. Go, please, have a good time. Support if that's what you want to do. Have a wonderful time. Take videos. I'm going to like your video. I'm going to say, go ahead, tear that shit up. I'm going to say, go ahead, do that hot shit. I will not be mad. I'm going to still hug you when I see you. And it's not going to even be a conversation. I'm just curious as to what as a society, because we as a society agree on a lot of shit. Otherwise, it really wouldn't have any meaning. We agree, like even down to the value of money. Money is nothing but cotton. It's linen that they have pressed and printed and dyed and shit. But we agree that it has value based on the printings on it. Arbitrarily, it has no value. In and of itself, it is not a valuable thing. So what do we value as a society? What do we value as a community and as a culture when it comes to relationships? What are we going to say? What are we going to tell ourselves? How are we going to feel when our friend shows up and we know that they've been betrayed by somebody, or that they've been fucked over, royally by somebody, and we still show up for the people that fucked them over because I'm guilty of it. And then I had to, eat crow when it was done to me. I did. And it's cool. It is what it is. These are all lessons. I'm not mad about it. And like I said, if you go to the party, have a wonderful time. Please do tell him I said, play your motherfucking ass off. I blocked him on social media because I just don't see his integrity. The first time it happened was almost 10 years ago. It was almost 10 years ago. And because in the interim, we did have a good working relationship, I was like, all right, cool. People change. I respect the fact that if you've put in some work and, you say that you've changed, I have to give credence to the fact that maybe you did, because I know that I have. So I'm not going to say that another person can't. So if you come to me in a good spirit, basically, and, present a good situation and you follow up on what you said, then all right, cool. Well, all fine and good. But if not, and this is what happened at the end of the situation. And I think this is the person who I'm talking about. I believe he's just a weak-minded person who listens to other people so much so that he can't make choices for himself. Maybe I'm wrong. Again, I can be wrong. But, this situation really left such a horrible, horrible taste in my mouth that I just don't even want to see. And here's the thing. I'm going to say this really for real and I'm going to shut up. The first time it happened, I reacted so viciously. When I say vicious, I mean, this person could be standing around with a group of people in the club. I would hug or shake the hand of everybody in that circle except that person and walk on to the dance floor. And I would do it every single time I saw him. I'll walk past you like you're furniture. I really don't give a fuck. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm not here to this is not what we're doing. I'm here. I paid money, or I made an effort to get to wherever I am to enjoy myself. And that is what I will always plan to do. If your energy is adverse to whatever it is that I have going on, trust and believe, you could be carpet. I will walk right over you. I have no problem. None. So I think I've said everything it is that I need to say. I thank you guys for watching. I love you for listening. Please share the video. It will be up on YouTube. Please like the YouTube channel. That's the other thing. I have like 3,000 friends on, over 3,000 friends on YouTube, and I can't get 100 of you to like, and just subscribe to the YouTube channel. You don't have to click the notifications thing or anything like that. Just please, because for those of you who may not know, the more subscribers I get, it opens up. It's like playing a game. The further you get with subscribers, it unlocks more stuff. So there's more stuff that I would like to do, but I need more subscribers to do so. So please share the video. Please go to the YouTube page. I'll put the link up when I put the video up later, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's the same thing. ImRealDvs on YouTube. And share it, and share it with your friends and have conversations. If you got any problem with anything I said, you could get at me in the comments. You can get at me in my inbox. I'm like, again, I'm really, really curious as to what the common thought is on what I'm talking about today. I'm really curious as to what it is you guys have decided and will say and all the rest of that. I'm really curious. Hey, Beverly, Gerald, Teresa, Cheryl, Deidre, Yolanda Danae said, I had a situation with a friend last week, and integrity and moral compass came into play as it related to this dialogue. Her character isn't a reflection of mine. Her integrity isn't a reflection of mine. I accept she is who she is, but I choose to make decisions. No, but I choose to disassociate. As my friend, you can't make decisions that harm others, and I'm supposed to trust you won't do the same thing. Exactly. I'll put Sunshine. I will put up the YouTube channel in the comments a little bit after I finish the video. But yeah, walk right by. So she said, "Yeah, I will walk right by you. I have no problem with that. No problem, Deidre. Better late than never. Hey, Brazen Muse, what's going on, baby? Should not. Yeah, I thank you guys for watching. And who is that? Talk about. Armand, John Jackson, Deborah Crenshaw, everybody who came into the room. Again, I thank you all for watching. Please, we have to begin as a community to treat each other with the type of respect that we, first of all, we need to demand respect when we walk into a room. And that doesn't mean walking in saying, or with your behavior, saying, I demand respect and you better give me that means that carrying yourself in the way that is what that's how people are going to treat you. That's the only thing that I'm going to accept today. I'm only going to accept respect, kindness, and love. If you don't have those, you and I can't be friends. We can't associate. It's a no-go. Like the woman, and I forget her name. I want to say, I hope that she transitioned peacefully. The woman from Hidden Figures who was 101. This woman, and I forget her name, may, all the energy and the universe be pleased with her and her amazing works that got us to space travel as far as it was. Just one weird thing I noticed, people kept posting, they would post, that she passed away, which is what we do now for some weird reason. And I don't know, and I've done it too, but I'm going to think more about why we do that. Like if it's a celebrity, yeah. But I see when people like the death dates of their personal relatives, I don't know. I'm going to think more about that. But anyway, when people kept posting, oh, this is so sad. This is so sad. She was 101. What was sad about that? Which one of y'all think y'all gonna live to 101? I mean, you might think you are, but in actuality, how many of us are really going to get to 101? It's not sad that she died. This woman's life, they made a movie to her life. Her life is a celebration. There is no reason anybody should be sad. She lived an amazing life. She was an amazing example, not only to her families, but to little black girls everywhere. Stop. let's celebrate some things. We don't have to be sad all the time. We need not always be weeping and wailing. We need to celebrate, and we need to start saying thanks more. Thanks for the wonderful example that she was. Thanks for her wonderful, the wonderful progress that we made as a result of her brilliant mind. We need to start saying thank you for all of that. We need to say thank you. We need to not start with the I'm sorry. No, there's nothing to be sorry about. We have all of the legacy from her. We have her children that are still hearing things and grandchildren, hopefully. I don't know much about her life. I'm just saying. We still have a whole lot to celebrate. Don't get bogged down in dumb shit. Stop that. We're going to change our thinking right here. All of us together. We're going to do that together. Yeah, she was 101. What are we sad about? Get yourselves together. In the meantime, what's up, Twinetta? Sound like him, sis. In the meantime, again, I ask you, Kim Beecham, let me say this before I get out of here. I'm sorry, this just keeps happening. Kim Beecham is going to be performing at Humble Beginnings next month. You better know it. If you do not know, you want to know. I'm telling you, Kim Beecham is performing at Humble Beginnings next month. I do not know the date, but it is always the second Saturday of the month. It is at 30 Maple Avenue in beautiful Montclair, New Jersey. Come out and have a wonderful time. The Humble Punch will humble you. So take that real light. But it's all you can eat and drink all night. I'm talking about baked macaroni and cheese, lasagna, collard greens, some baked chicken, barbecued, 2 kinds of meatballs, the ones with the gravy and the ones in the red sauce. There's always some yellow rice, so you need to get yourself there, and you need to get yourself there early. Humble Beginnings, it's a family thing. Come share your soul with us, because that's our house. So when I say house is homeless, I'm talking about there used to be one place where a lot of DJs played, and we don't have that. The one place where a lot of DJs play still is Humble Beginnings. And that's like the one... 14 years we just celebrated this month. So shout out to the Humble family. I know I be humble and stuff, but that's what I do. And y'all see this beautiful hoodie that I got on? This is my man, Rob Siv. He's probably watching, driving his 18-wheeler. He has this whole collection. I got a black t-shirt. I got this hoodie is so dope. It's the cotton and everything is amazing. I'm telling you. It's the 14th. All right. Humble is the 14th. Thank you, Deidre. Thank you, Kim Beecham. Both of y'all. It's Humble 14th. You do not want to miss this Humble Beginnings. You can go to my page. I think the flyer is already on my page. I think I should post it there. But anyway, Rob Siv, he has these. You want to inbox him on Facebook, ROB space SIV. Yeah, there's no pork for all of you Muslims. There's no, thank you for that. Cause I completely forgot, Deidre. Yeah, we cook everything with turkey. So the lasagna is ground turkey and chicken and anything that the collard greens are seasoned with turkey. So you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, and it's all banging. But I'm trying to get this out for Rob, y'all, because he be blessing me. Yeah. So he has these for sale. So you want to, and they fit well. He has all types of sizes and colors, and they fit great. They look great. And you see me in this all the time. I think this is my 3rd day wearing this because I can. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here now. I'll thank you for watching. Please, I will put the link up when I upload the video. So please tell your friends. Please tell your friends to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I need you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I'm going to explain what's going on with this because I'm going to end this. And if you saw my last video, you know this is a thing for me. Anybody who's known me any length of time knows my smile was like this freaking... My smile was like that once upon a time, like not too long ago. But for those of you who know some of the things that have been going on with me, the medications that I take, and I'm going to keep probably saying this, the medications that I take decalcify my teeth, which is a horrible situation because I have like over a foot of metal in my spine. So it makes it difficult. Like most of the medications, like I used to take 17 pills a day. I'm down to 2. I replaced it with some other things, and I'm trying to, just better my health so that I don't have to keep putting these things in it because you see the damage that it's done. And I've been trying to, unfortunately, like insurance doesn't say, well, yeah, this problem was caused by this medical condition to fix this other medical condition. So yeah, we'll pay for it. No, they're like, fuck all that. It's dental and it's a whole thing. So sometimes even when I'm supposed to be doing my show, my battle sometimes is that I don't want to do it because I don't like my presentation. Just being honest. I don't like to smile in people's faces as often because of my presentation. Now, some of you are probably going, well, didn't you have, I did have some furniture that I had, you know, the in and out kind. And the decalcification and the way that it's a lot. Maybe I'll just get some more information and do a whole thing. But just know that that's part of the situation why sometimes I'm late because I'm debating whether I should do it or not. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm not doing it anymore. Like today, I was really like, I'm not doing this ever again until I get this done. I was really at that point today. Like, that's why it took me so long to get started. I was in here and I was like, I'm not doing this. I can't. Because like anybody who knows, like if you walk up to me personally, I know people are like, don't he know that that's like that? Yeah, I'm fully aware. I have mirrors and you can see this camera situation so I can see myself. So, yeah, Kim, I'm down to 2. Not even 2 medications. It's just like 2 pills. Well, actually I had to take 3 because that accident at the club where that lady poured that water on the floor. Ever since then, I've been having a whole lot of pain and I think I'm going to have surgery again. So I had gotten down to 2 and they just had to add something, but it's not the strength. It's for the, what is it called? The nerve pain. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. I'm always good. I'm always going to be good. That's never a doubt in my mind. It's just, you know, like Iyanla Van Zant says, it's in the meantime. And that's what we have to take care of in the meantime. So when it's in the meantime and it's downtime and it's times like this and we can have conversations like this, we can address these minor things that sit in the background of our lives that if we address them now, we can have a better situation in the future. Because everything that's I was listening to Kirk Franklin early, just before the show. I was trying to get some inspiration. And one of the things that he said in that song, Imagine Me, and I don't think people really get what he's saying. He said, everything that's happening is now. Meaning, if you want a better future, you got to start it now. If you want something to be better or change or be different, it's not, you don't wait. Like a lot of us say, well, when this happens, I'm going to know it's now. If you want a better personality, it's you start now. If you want a better body, it's now. If you want better health, it's now. If we want to be better creatures to each other, it's now. Yes, authenticity. Smile as big as you feel and own how fabulous you are. And that's what I try to do. Some days are better than others, you know, because you look at what you had and, you know, not even human nature. We've been taught to lament loss as opposed to celebrate change. And I know that this is the type of change that most people embrace. And I work hard to try and maintain that spirit of this is only change. This is, you know, in the meantime, this is temporary. And, you know, but when you see so many people gravitating towards a spirit of mediocrity and are content with the status quo, and you're trying to get yourself to another place so that you don't have to contend with the same things that you contended with for the past 20 years. I'm talking about depression and anxiety and things of that nature. And just being the type of you want to change the person from within, because that's where all of the work starts. So in that vein, when you are faced with, you know, I used to have this and now I have to change it, it's a process. And in that process, you go through the feelings, and in the feelings, sometimes they're not always the best. And that's all it is. And just trying to recognize that and being as honest and open with people about it so that I don't have to feel self-conscious. Because I'm not gonna stay in a spirit of self-consciousness about something that I have no control over. Know that is not going to happen. And also know that with everything that I have and can, I'm going to make it better. It just takes time. That is it. So I'm going to get out of here. What's up, Diana, Tanya? Skills, Paulab, the baby, what's going on? Kim Moultrie, thank you. Deidre, Yolanda, Deborah, everybody who came through. Holly Rock, Kim Beecham. Don't forget, Kim Beecham is going to be a humble beginner. Swanetta, assalamu alaikum. Brazen Muse, Andrea Parson, Donald Thomas, everybody who came through. I love you guys so much. Joy, Sunshine, Cheryl, Teresa, Gerald, Beverly, Paula, Armand, everybody who came through, John, Salak, Hadia, Amanda, who I just met today, who is so beautiful. I had a wonderful time with you today. Okay, I'm really gonna get out of here after I say this. I met Amanda today. She came to my home with another friend of mine who I've known since the 90s. They met today. And she came in, she was just such a wonderful person. And then we went out to lunch and everything that was supposed to happen happened. And I love days like that because I had plans. But man plan, and you know the saying, man plans and God laughs. So, you know, what was supposed to happen today happened, and it couldn't have been more filling. It really couldn't. So I'm going to get out of here for real now. I thank you guys for watching. I love you. Please, again, I'm going to put the YouTube link. I need you guys to subscribe to the YouTube channel so I can bring you more content and different content. I'll be able to do some hot shit. If y'all go ahead and get me up to like 150, 200 people, that's it. That's all I need. 150, 200, and we can rock out. Then I'm a roll it all uphill from there. I promise you, I got it right on my back. I just need y'all to get me up to 150, 200. That's it. Just the ImRealDvs. I know I got a few. Just the ImRealDvs on YouTube. I'll put up the link later. I love you for watching. Please share the video. Please share the video and comment. If you don't like anything I said or you liked everything I said, I need to hear your comments, or you can inbox me. If you don't want to get down in there and get the arguing and stuff like that, you can inbox me. ImRealDvs, DVSC mod. Sure, you're going to get out of here. Don't judge me. You got our attention now. Keep talking. This is why I love my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually wasn't going to do this tonight. That's what y'all really don't understand. Like, I had really checked out. All right. Okay. I got a couple more minutes. I'm going to put this back in the holder so that I don't have to be all over the place. Y'all like my plant? I love that thing. That's my best friend right now. So, I kind of alluded. Thank you. Exactly, Brazen. This is exactly how conversations go. And that's why I feel so comfortable doing this with y'all, because I feel like we are on the phone. Isn't that crazy? I'm on the phone with like all of y'all right now. Bye, Diana. Kiss that grandbaby of yours for me, that beautiful little old spirited lady. Because your granddaughter been here before several times. But no, I'm really going to get out of here though. But I was in a space today, like for those of you, how could I forget this? And I didn't post this because I was waiting to get all the birthdays out the way. Because all of my sisters that are living, like I have one sister who passed away, Sadia, God be pleased with her. Her birthday was in December, but my sister Rose, my sister Tonette, who I'm named after, and my sister Aisha, all their birthdays are in February. So I was kind of waiting till all their birthdays, and Rose, the oldest one, her birthday is last, is the 19th. So happy birthday again to Tonette, Aisha, and Rose. But it makes 1 year this month that I bought the house that I live in now. And when I first moved here, there were 5 people that lived here. A friend of mine moved in, my nephew moved in with his girlfriend, or the young lady that he was seeing, I won't say girlfriend, and my mom. There are 2 people living here now. Saturday night, my nephew came to me and he's been having a whole bunch of, hey, what's up, Iris? He's been having some, just growing pains through life, like job and his health and, this, that, and the third. So he decided to move to Pennsylvania with his dad. His dad lives on the other side of Pennsylvania near Ohio. And that's fine. You grown. He's 24 years old. You can do whatever you want. But he didn't tell me till the night before. Like, he left Sunday. He told me Saturday night, like at 9 o'clock at night. And I'm now, okay, so I'm trying not to jump into my feelings about it, but at the same time, and I think I didn't jump into my feelings about it. I was like, really? Okay, that's cool. But when I found out that he knew in advance, like a week in advance, now, if he comes out of his bed, the bedroom that he was in, if he tripped coming out of his bedroom, his head would hit my bedroom door. And what he said to me, and I kind of understand, but at the same time, I still got feelings about it. He said that he gets anxiety about talking to me. We live in the same house. We've lived in the same house for the last year. And the question that keeps going through my mind is, hey, Miss Jazz, where did you learn that? Where did you learn to be anxious about talking to the one man who's consistently been in your life your entire life? Where did you learn that? Why do you have anxiety about telling me that you want to do better in your life and you thinking, a change is, where did you learn that? Why are we raising these kids with those things? A lot of us, you have to realize that, a lot of you think, a lot of us, I'm gonna say us, because I have kids around me often enough that we think that we hide our flaws and our insecurities and our defects of character and our shortcomings. We think we hide them from our children. We think we hide them. We think we do a good job. I was watching the basketball, Dwayne Wade. I was watching his documentary about his life that came on ESPN with my man Kevin the other night, and I didn't know, first of all, that he had grown up in such adversity. His mom, used drugs. His father was an alcoholic. He moved out at 16 or something, and his girlfriend got pregnant and all the rest of these things. One of the things that he said to me stood out so much. He said when his mother, kind of got his life together and they were talking, he told his mother, his mother always thought, well, I hid it from you. She was an intravenous drug user, and in her head, she thought at least I hid that from you guys. And he said, no, you didn't. I was sitting next to you watching you shoot up. Christy Love, I understand what you're saying. But my thing is, and this is the part that I'm not going to get into in this episode. If he were raised to know me a little bit better, and he should, he would know that that's not something that would hurt my feelings. A short investment in your relationships will teach you a whole lot, but you have to be open. I hear so many people say, well, you don't understand me. Well, how much time do you take to understand the other person? I'm not talking about just do what they want. I'm talking about to understand where all of that has come from. How much time do you take to get context about what's going on? Because a lot of times you would understand the decisions that people make if you got some context. Exactly. And Miss Yaz says she suffered from anxiety. That's one of the reasons why she started drinking. A lot of us, when we think that these things just affect us, but when you have other people in the house, it affects your entire house. So if you grew up depressed, or if you are a depressed adult, or an adult who deals with anxiety, and you have children, just because you took your children to the doctor and made sure that they had everything they needed, and they had food, and they had clothes, and they went to school, and they were healthy, does not mean that they were not affected by your anxiety and your depression. And that is not an indictment on you. Please know that. That's not an indictment on you, but you need to be aware that you are raising a kid and this is the thing that can happen. A kid can grow up thinking they're depressed and they're not actually depressed. They could be taking on your attributes. You have to have enough integrity as a person to step outside your arrogance, because usually parents are very arrogant, particularly when can't nobody tell me about my kid. Oh, I know my kid. No, the fuck you don't. No, you don't. You don't know your kid. You don't know what the fuck your kid does when they walk outside into the streets and they're with other people who are more influential in their lives than you are. You don't know. You have no idea what your kids do when they get a substance in their system when they are not in your sight. You have no idea. You don't pay attention. You always think it's somebody else's kids. Exactly, Deidre. At 24, there should be a different type of growth. And it's a different generation. Just like you don't know what they do all the time. Exactly. You have no idea. So, and I'm not saying that again. That's not an indictment. What I'm saying is you have to have, let me not tell you what you have to do. Expand your paradigm to include maybe the possibility that somebody outside of you can help you with understanding your child. And it may not be their father. Even if they were raised with the father in the home, you still might need a third party, because y'all are there. It's like being nose blind to a smell in your house or a smell on your person. Sometimes you need somebody outside of that whole situation to point it out to you. You do. And where the integrity comes in is you have to have enough integrity to say, look, I need help outside of me. I need to ask somebody to give this another look over to make sure that I'm not doing damage here unnecessarily. But the arrogance kicks in when you think, oh, I know what's best for my child. Christy Love, I do not know. Possibly, yeah. Actually, I do know that. His father, who lives out there, and his brother, say, well, why don't you come out here? Da, 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 da. But I don't, and again, I don't have a problem with you going, but you could have told me a week earlier when you told everyone else. I think that was kind of, and again, like I said, I understand the anxiety. I get that because I've suffered from anxiety, but I understand now what anxiety is. Anxiety is a fear of the future. Depression usually has to do with the past. So when you realize those two things, you get anxious about things that you anticipate coming, and you're depressed about things that have already happened. But some of us try to move the depression from here and slide it in with the anxiety by saying the things that have happened in the past will happen into the future. And that's how you get that depression and anxiety situation. But once you realize, for one, there ain't nothing you can do about none of that back there. And it's too heavy to walk around with. It's really too heavy to walk around with your entire past on your back all the time. I'm not Jesus. I'm not carrying this cross all the time. Anybody else who want to pick that shit up, have at it. I need to be as light as I can walking because it's a long journey. So when we get to the anxiety is about future things. That means that you are anticipating something bad will happen. You're anticipating. You have a fear because you're anticipating, but you can't possibly know the future. So once you realize, now let me ask you this question. Every time you get into a situation, a jam, something that got you all bunched up and the first thing many of us do, and I'm guilty of it as well, but I'm learning not to do it. I'm trying to teach myself not to do it, actually, more so. When a situation comes up, the first thing many of us try to do is we try to figure it out. We troubleshoot this scenario, and this scenario, and this scenario. In this scenario, this scenario, this might happen, and if this happens, I'm gonna do this, and if this happens, I'm gonna do this, and how many times does it work out any of the ways that you thought? Very few, if any. What that has taught me is it will work out because I'm still here. It's going to work out. No matter what happens, it's going to work out. I come from sleeping in my grandparents' basement on the floor in the middle of the winter. So it's going to work out because I just bought my first house. And I plan to buy more. It's going to work out. That's where I'm coming from. I'm coming from, I used to have places where I used to sleep and roaches used to crawl all over me. I'm not in that situation anymore. So I know my experience. I don't have to do anything extra. I know that it's going to work out. So if I know that me trying to figure out the situation, it never happens the way that I think is going to happen. There's always something else that happens, but it works out. All I got to do is know it's going to work out and move in the direction of working it out, however that is. If there's a situation that requires paperwork, I got to get up and fill out the paperwork. If there's a situation that requires me getting up and walking out my door and going to the store to go get something, then that's what I need to do. However the rest of it works out is how it works out. Yes, Yolanda. Yes, Yolanda. Yolanda said every single time, figure out all the possible outcomes, drive yourself down a hole of darkness for no reason at all. Exactly. It's going to work out. Instill that in your spirit, that it is going to work out. Look at your life and look where you came from. It's going to work out. There going to be times when it's going to be like, oh God, today was one of those times. Yesterday was one of those times. Some of y'all saw I put up on Facebook, I needed a friend today, but one called. Because it's going to work out. I entrench that in my spirit, that it is going to work out. What's up, Barry? What's up? I entrench that, and it's not something it's not going to stick the first time. That's the one thing that a lot of us don't have, is that continuity. We don't have that consistency. When it doesn't work out, a lot of us abandon ship. Oh, we go back to what's comfortable. Can't go back to what's comfortable, because what's comfortable is no longer comfortable. What was comfortable is no longer comfortable. So, if I know it's going to work out, move in a direction. All I got to do is keep on moving. It's going to work out if I keep my focus. When I get sidetracked, that's what, when you see, a lot of us have these cliches in our head that we've been taught for a long time, and we don't know the full meaning. When they say something like the devil is in the details, what that means is you get bogged down in these details trying to figure out all of this stuff that's going to happen, instead of keeping your focus. Keep your focus. Keep your focus. Keep moving. That's all you got to do. Keep your focus and keep it moving. Those are the things. Let me say those are the things that I've noticed are working for me. You know, I refuse to go into the next part of my life dealing with the same issues that I dealt with in the last part of my life. That is not what I am set up to do. I'm not built like that. And I suspect many of you aren't either. I suspect many of you have gotten to a point and you're looking around at the people in your life going, what are you all thinking? Why haven't Charlie, but somebody put it in the comments earlier. I have to look back and see who it was. Somebody said evolve. Why are you still staying in the same place? Why do you think being comfortable where you're at is okay? You don't think that you should do better? All of us deserve better lives. All of us. All of us deserve to do better. All of us deserve better situations. We deserve to think better. We deserve to grow better. We deserve to have better home situations and relationships. We deserve to have better just breathing. And we deserve all of these things. But how many of us are willing to do the work? See, when we think deserve, we think somebody's supposed to hand it to you. No, that's not how it works. Deserve means this is the work that I'm willing to do for this. That's how you deserve something. If you deserve to live in a clean house, that means you deserve to get up and clean the house. That's it. If you deserve a college degree, that means you deserve to apply for those grants and the loans or whatever, and the Pell Grants and the this, that, and the third. And that if you deserve all that, you deserve to do this work. See, we've been taught to think that that's tedious and a punishment. We get caught up in the other details. Oh, it's not going to work. Oh, it's going to take too long to come back. Or they might not accept. That's where the devil is in the details. You get bogged down in details that have nothing to do with you at the moment. Stop with the if and what if and if only. Stop. Keep your focus. Keep your focus. It's worth it. Try it. A little bit. I guarantee. Look, I'm not even going to make a guarantee. I'm going to ask you to see what works in your life. That's right, Miss Yaz. Change is the one thing in this entire universe that you can depend on. There are very few other things that you can depend on infinitely except change. So it's something we should embrace. Yeah, Diana, you got to go through something to get through stronger. You have to. It's worth it. We are worth it. We are worth this work. We are worth this work. And you know, lately I've been thinking about like people like Dwayne Wade and Kobe and, you know, all of these stars around us. And I'm like, what separates them from me? Very little. What actually separates them from me is they got up and made a decision and kept moving forward. And they made it years ago. We can make it now. There are 6-year-old millionaires on YouTube. How old will you be in 6 years? Ask yourself that question. You can be that age and not be a millionaire, or you can start now. Yeah, you got to stay uncomfortable. Don't get comfortable with being comfortable. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So actually, and because my friends have written me about it, I am going to get out of here now. But I thank you all again. I'm going to put the YouTube link up later in a little while. You know, if I could do that without stopping the video right now, and I should have thought. But again, I didn't really plan to do this. I honestly thought I wasn't going to do it because I was a little self-conscious. And because of all the things, like some of the things that I was just explaining that have been happening, and everything has been happening so rapidly. But the one thing I will say completely is just thank you. You know, period, to everything, for everything that is happening. Because I don't believe, for one, that anything that happens is bad for me. It's going to work out tangentially for my good. So, you know, I just have to wait and be patient. And that's really it. I'm going to stay devious. And y'all stay sweet and stay tuning in. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I will see you, God willing, next Tuesday. I'll see y'all right here. Like and comment. Again, if there's anything that I said that you don't like, don't be afraid to tell me. And if you really liked it, please tell me. Damn it, please tell me. And share the video and tell your friends that you like this and they need to hear it, and send it in their inbox or whatever. But you know, this is how we help each other. For those of you who have noticed that I did another page because I'm only inviting people who are going to help me grow. So if you don't get an invite, understand that you're not one of the people who routinely shares my videos or likes them or tries to push them in any way, because all of that is stuff that can help me grow. It's not that I need you to like me, because I really don't. But the way this system is set up, in order for us to use it properly, that's the tool. So thank you. I appreciate you. ImRealDvs. I will see you next week right here on my Facebook page, ImRealDvs. Please go to ImRealDvs and like those pages. There's two of them. The one with the all lowercase is the fun group. The one with the uppercase and lowercase is kind of inspirational, so that you'll be able to tell them apart. And I will see you in one of those real soon. So, and as you walk through life, if you should happen to stumble, remember, the harder you fall, the higher you bounce. Remember that when you're tripping.